Alright everybody, welcome back. We had to take a short hiatus here. My Equinox 600 bit the dust on me while detecting in some shallow water. Got some water inside of it. But hey, shout out to Mine Lab because I called them. I told them what had happened. They ran my serial number. I had to send this thing off to Pennsylvania. My unit here, well, not this unit, but I sent it off there. It took like a day to get there. UPS, they evaluated it, and by the next day they had already had my my new control unit in the box and on its way. And I just got it back, so super clean, super shiny. Shout out to Mine Lab. They were, I mean, I didn't have to fight anybody. I didn't have to argue with anybody. I called up there, I talked to a guy, I think his name was Dan. Man, it was quick. I think that's the quickest warranty deal I've ever had to deal with. So, you know, shout out to them for that. That was really awesome, really quick, really happy with the experience. Like I tell everybody, you know, do the warranty application on all the gear that you get. It takes a couple of minutes and it seems kind of stupid, but always do your warranty stuff, and that's why. I may post some footage. I was recording, but I was in like some waist deep water, and the control unit was it wasn't submerged while detecting. Maybe it got dunked under while I was checking some stuff, but you know, that's that. So we're back out metal detecting again. A little change of scenery today, so hopefully you guys can see this. I'm out here in Valparaiso, Florida, at the site of an old sawmill. I'm sure you guys can see that big iron gear right there off in the distance, and over that way a little more past that big oak tree is the mill house right there. This area was gated off for a really long time. No trespassing signs all over it, and they've taken the signs down. They've taken the gates down. So I think next time I come out here, maybe we'll call and get some verification, make sure it's okay, and we'll detect this area over in the trees and in the sand and stuff like that. Many years ago I came here with an old cheap detector when I first started doing this, and I found some old Indian head pennies. That was pretty cool. Before I knew it was off limits, and before I knew about, you know, getting authorization for stuff. But today I've got my booties on here. We're gonna go right over here in this water, just right around this little shoreline, and we're gonna see what we can find. Maybe we can find some change, maybe some old artifacts, I don't know. You know, this part of Valparaiso was developed in about 1890, and started really operating in the very early 1900s. They built a golf course and you know, they had their sawmills and stuff, and it kind of went from there. Cool little bit of history. Actually, Al Capone, the famous gangster, had his golf course here, probably about 6 miles away, and he actually had a house here in Valparaiso, from what I know. Don't chastise me if I'm wrong, but that's the history of it. I think I looked it up once, but I'm just going off memory. Pretty sure it was him. I know he had the golf course, which is now Eglin Air Force Base golf course. That was his golf course. So, but all right, well, enough talking, enough chit chat. We're gonna grab the scoop and fire up our machine here. And this is the first time I've set this machine up. I did plug it into the computer to make sure it was up to date on its update, and it is. It's got the version 3 point whatever update. Let's see here. Yeah, so we'll put this on we'll put this on beach 1, just because this is brackish bay water. There's not a lot of salt in it. We're gonna set it up with all metal, our little lucky horseshoe here, and we'll go through our whole setup. Now I've got this thing hooked up to my AirPods, my AirPod Pros, just so that I can, you know, there's no reason for me to have corded headphones at this very moment, and I can keep that port in the back closed, because I think that's what failed last time, was my headphone jack. So we just went through and did our noise cancellation, and I do this every time just to set it up and make sure. That's our ground balance. I keep that on 0 if I haven't mentioned it before, just because I don't fully understand all of this stuff. I'd rather deal with all the extra noise and crap that comes with it than to miss a good signal. I'd rather be digging garbage and listening to chopped up tones, or honestly. Volume at 25. I don't mess with that setting. My tones, I do 50 just because I like the range. I like listening to it. It's peaceful for me, honestly. Accept reject. And my recovery speed's at 3. So I think it's, hold down this, so FE, that's set to 2. And then F2 is also set to 2. I leave those alone. I just leave them alone. I don't understand them enough to try and do it. So one thing I've noticed about the Bluetooth headphones, okay, is they have a slight delay in them. So like as I go over a target, which there's gonna be a lot of trash right here, but as I go over a target, it takes it a fraction of a second longer than the wired headphones. So that's something that, you know, it's not horrible, but it's something I notice being different. So that's it. We're gonna run beach 1 because we'll be over here in this water. Got our wireless headphones hooked up, the AirPods. So as long as they're Bluetooth headphones, pretty much you can hook them up to this thing. I love it. All frequencies, multi-frequency, beach 1, all metal. Let's see here. Let's run like a 23. We'll do 22. Just because we'll be in the water, and if you've ever detected in the water, you know that adds a lot of choppy signal and stuff. So all right, I'm really debating about how I want to start recording these videos now. I think I may try and just leave the camera on and just go through kind of vlog style. I don't really know. Or I could just go through and cut to each piece. So I'm not really sure. I haven't quite decided yet. So, we'll go ahead and stick with the old-fashioned way I've been doing it, where I just turn the camera on when I hit a target. That'll keep you guys from listening to me talk too much, because I do talk. If no one stops me, I'll talk forever. But we'll go from there, I guess. We'll start like right here, and we'll walk all around this point. Like I said, the old mill's over there, so maybe we can get some good stuff out here today. We're the only ones out here today, so cool. Hopefully there's no gators. We do have a lot of gators here, but we'll see you on our first number. All right, gang. Sorry about the wind. It's going to be a little windy. First number here, it's all over the place, really. I'd say if I can narrow it down like a 24, that's our most consistent number here. So we're going to use our pinpoint. And I don't usually use this, but according to the book, it says to turn it on, do a couple of passes over it, and that narrows down your field. And then you can kind of like get on top of it. I like to back it off and then go forward with it until I get on that number. And that usually tells me that right there at the tip top of the coil, right where they meet together, where that EQX15 is probably going to be my best shot. So let's see here. See if we got it. Still a bit of a signal down there. So let's just empty that into the water. Here's our pinpoint. Oh, let's get in that. Let's see here. And if you're on top of the number that you're detecting and you hit that pinpoint, it'll mess you up too. So we'll do a couple, 4 or 5. So I've been really practicing with this thing, trying to get really good with it. I'm trying to keep vertical as much as humanly possible. My back is not in great condition. It's not bad, but it's not great. Let's step this way a little bit. Okay, still in the hole. Okay, maybe I'll set this thing. That's another good thing about running wireless too. You can always just set your detector down and get in to whatever you need to get into. So I like the signal that I'm getting here. It's getting higher up into the 30s and stuff like that the deeper I get to it. You know, it's a pretty good signal. Wasn't horrible. Let's see. Okay, let's run this over it again. Scared that it might be in the edge of these bushes here. Excuse me, this grass. Kind of scoop out the sides a little bit. So this thing could be, it could be anything here. We could be unveiling more signals also as we go. Okay, let's see here. Come over this side. First number isn't one of those ghost numbers that we gotta abandon. Let's see here. But we will see. Ugh, yeah, I love that filtered fresh water. Let's see if we can get down in there. A lot of times I've noticed with this detector, with this 15-inch coil that I've got here, I could end up digging down really deep to a spot that I think there's going to be something, and there's actually not. And sometimes if you just open the hole up a little bit, you get what it is you're looking for. Let's see here. A lot of noise. There's nothing in our pile yet. It might be something like in these, well, they're not bushes but grass. Choppy. Let's see. I'm getting no signal in there, so still on the ground. Real choppy in there, getting some iron tones. I don't know if you guys can hear it, probably not because of the AirPods, but we'll give this another minute or so. See if we can get something out of it. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Sounds like it's right in the middle here. But like I said, it could be in the wall here somewhere. I mean, there's some iron, some rust right there that we just dug out. That could be what we're looking at. It's in this little pile right here. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that was it. It was just right in the side. That's what I'm talking about. I dug that big old hole. Just wallered the side out a little bit. There it is. Now it's got a completely iron tone. It's giving off some like 20s and stuff, but it's almost complete iron. So let's scoop up this little pile here. Let's use the water that we have available to us just to kind of shake through it and keep our hands cleaner. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, first off, we got a fish hook, which I am not putting in my pocket. I've done that before. Well, the barb's gone, I think. Well, that's cool. Those are good ones. I think I can, an old fisherman, not an old fisherman, but I can kind of, I think I can identify that hook. Anyone who fishes knows that there's certain circle hooks you can get that have flat sides on them, and they're laser cut. I don't want to call out the brand of it. I don't know the legality of that, making videos and stuff, but they're called Demon Circles is the actual product name. That's it. That's it. Cool. That's our number. Yep, here's that iron number right there. I'm actually gonna walk over here and just set this hook on the bumper of the Yukon that we affectionately call Frank the Tank. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna cut the camera off and fill this hole in and go to our next number. I don't know if I want to stay up here on the beach. I may wade out here in the water, but I'm gonna be out here for a little while, so I may make 2 short videos or 1 long video. I'm not sure yet, but while I'm out here, it's about 30 minutes from my home. I want to make sure I'm digging enough to give you guys some cool content. So we'll see you on the next one. All right, gang, so right here, getting a bunch of little numbers here, a bunch of squeaks. Let's see. So there's a bunch of iron numbers right here. There's one right here. Staying 14, 15, 16, some cases higher. And probably a hook and sinker, lead some kind. Let's see, let's be nice and gentle with it. Pull this over here, see if I can. I don't want to pretend like I'm scared to drop my detector in the water, but although they do have an awesome warranty department, I also don't want to be without my detector for a few more days. Let's see what we got in here. Some stuff in there. It looks like a ferrous piece right there. Well, it's gonna be hard. This is all goopy and covered in grass. Maybe if I shake it a little bit better. Let's see what we got here. I know I got some stuff in here. I can hear it clinking around. There's a ferrous piece right here. Let's see here. Let's see, some oyster shells. Oh, look, a coin. Look at that. That's a dime. It's a clad dime. Obviously, you can see the copper underneath it. I hope you can. So, it's a clad dime, but it's a dime along with a piece of ferrous metal of some kind. That's going to be our high signal that we just got. Ooh, that wind's kicking. All right, well, that's cool. I'll take that. That's money. I like finding money. So, another quick thing, gang. So here in this area, we had to deal with the Gulf of Mexico oil spill, the big BP oil spill. So a lot of times you'll see stuff like this. These black rocks, they look like black rocks. It's hard to tell. You have to actually smell them, but you can actually see my hand turning black. This is actually, in some instances, not every case, but in some instances, tar balls from the oil spill. We dealt with a lot of tar. I'm gonna turn this down to 20 in the water here. I got another signal right here. This one's let's see here, hold on. I'll get back to my story in a second. It's a nice 16 right here. I'll explain it while I'm going. So these tar balls, I've noticed, just out of experience, they collect around ferrous objects. So anything metallic, then you'll see that they're black and they smell like gear oil. If you don't know what gear oil smells like, count yourself blessed. But they smell like gear oil and they disintegrate. And if you let them dry, you'll see that they're covered in rust. All right, let's see what we got here. Hey, old school pull tab. I like it. Kind of like that yellowy color. All right, let's see. There's nothing really else in there. But yeah, so I found that out. I went home one day with one of these black rocks, we'll call it. Sorry, my air quotes are lacking. But one of these black rocks, and I was playing with it, trying to get all the all the nasty stuff off of it. I did a little bit of research and I found out that, yeah, man, a lot of times that's what it is. It's a tar wrapped around ferrous objects. Okay, we got right here a 23 signal, 25. Heck, we might not be able to cut the camera off. So let's see. As you can see, I'm right here. I'm only in like ankle deep water. But one thing I haven't seen is a lot of people metal detecting this area. I used to live in Valparaiso for a short time, and you know, a couple of years, and I never really saw anyone metal detecting this area. I just got my detector back yesterday, and that's what I was thinking about. I was like, man, what in the world? Would you just stay put right on my hip there? I was thinking, man, while Jimmy's out doing his day job, it might be worth my time to come out here and hit this area, see if we can put a video together for y'all since I've been absent. What? Did I just dump out whatever my signal was? I just looked in there, it looked like it was a seashell. Let's see. Still in the water. That's the stuff I just pulled out. It's up here on the shore, but I don't see the hole I just dug. Okay, maybe it is still in there. Maybe it's just small. It's reading up at like a 38. Let me get another dig out of that. Let's see. Because I want to leave it behind. Hopefully it was, maybe it was right on top. I knocked it off a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Here's some tinky. Oh, look, another coin. What we got here? Oh, another dime. Hey-oh. That one looks also, yep, that one's also clad. I don't know how well y'all can see this, but these GoPros are kind of weird in their footage, and I don't know exactly where I'm holding it because I can't see it. So that's definitely a clad dime. Very cool. Look through here. I always like to look through my scoop after the fact also. All right, there's that. Well, let's see here. I'm gonna do another sweep of this little area. Maybe I can cut the camera off. Just a lot of... I don't think I'll be able to cut it off. Let's see, right here we got another 15, 16, 17. This is cool. I stepped into the water. There's where I dug my first hole. And then I stepped into the water right here. And I've literally dug, I mean, 4 or 5 targets within a foot. Don't you dare fall in the water. I know it's new, but we're not trying to test it. Hey, there we go. A lead sinker. Let's see, it's right here. A little bitty one. A little tiny one. It's less than an ounce, probably like a half ounce. Half ounce lead. Find enough of these things, you could sell them. I don't know if I'd sell them, but still cool. There we go. All right, there's another target. A lead, 2 dimes, pull tab, ring, the ring to a pull tab. All right, let's see if I can swipe the area. Maybe this will be one of those videos where I just keep the camera on. And yes, I am getting signals, like negative ferrous signals and stuff. I'm not trying to dig them right now. I do realize it could be good stuff. I understand that, but if you guys could hear what I'm getting, you'd know that I'm getting a ferrous signal. I don't know if you can see the screen, but there's tons of ferrous signals here. So once you get right up here in this little rock, it's just pinging like crazy. There's negative numbers. Okay, a nice, in the teens, the high teens, you know, pull tab area. Let's it's in the teens. Up in the teens. The pull tab, can tab area. Let's see here. I wish I had a way to hook this thing. There we go, perfect. Wear a sweater when you do this. You can just stick it right in the handle. Let's see if we got anything on that scoop. Let's see here. Hey, there it is. Look at that. Nailed it. It's almost like I've done this before. There it is. Pull tab ring. Cool. Very cool. All right. Let's stick this in the pocket. Check it out. I mean, I don't know. It's just, like I said, if this place hasn't been detected before, I'm sure it's going to be just riddled with rings, pull tab rings. I mean, there's another signal right there. Nice 15. Just a couple inches in front of that. Cool, man. I like this. That's a, you know, that's a, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a professional, but in my opinion, when you're finding a bunch of pull tabs and stuff like that, it's kind of a good indicator that people haven't been here before, because they give off good numbers, you know, in your teens, which is always something you want to dig. I mean, in my opinion, I guess. Let's see, what do we have here? What is that? That is kooky looking. Oh, some kind of bug nest. Let's see here. We didn't get it on the first one. I gotta get this out of my pocket. Let's see here if we can get it again. I know you're here. There it is. 16. Let me turn my... do our 3 swipes. Ooh, that's loud. Okay, it's gonna be right there in the center still. Well, it's supposed to be right there in the center. We'll see. Let's see what we got. Okay. More bug holes. Huh. Maybe I'll just dig this little area right here and see what I can get. Ooh, it's windy. Still nothing. Well, let's run the thing over it. Run the coil. Don't mind the sound of freedom. He's gonna come right. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're out there doing maneuvers. We're just on the other side of the igniter space. Let's see what we got this time. Something. I don't know if that's our signal. Let's see. Huh. Maybe it's the beer can that went with the pull tab. It's still in there. Let's see here. Oh, nope, there it is. Another pull tab ring right next to the old one. All right, well, there's that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut the camera off for a second, reevaluate this. Maybe we'll just sit here and dig these pull tabs all day. We'll see when we get back. All right, gang, we're back. So, through the advances of movie magic, y'all don't even know, but I just went and got lunch. Turned off the camera and realized I was hungry. All right. So, I can actually, I'm looking at this, and I can actually see a few things right here. I'm picking up some signals, which is amazing. So I'm actually gonna set this down here and I'm just gonna pick these things up. So I've got a pull tab ring right here, and these things are just floating on the surface. Just right here. So like, I know this is metal detecting and treasure hunting, but I mean, might as well pick them up while we got them. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it. The way I got the camera set up. If you can see it, I'll put it in the video. If not, I'll take it out. But pretty cool. So let's see what we got here. Just right on our little surface thing. Okay, first off, we got a coin. 2017 nickel. So not huge, groundbreaking historical coin, but a coin nonetheless. A couple of pull tabs here. Right on, I mean, right on the surface. These things weren't even under the sand. I mean, they're kind of poking out, but I mean, that tells you how often this place gets metal detected, honestly. And I trying to remember to put these things out where I think the camera can see them and pull that nickel back out. You guys will have to just stay on me. Here's that nickel. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. But the sun's coming out. It's making it really easy to see. And, you know, I'd like to make an entire series about this water line right here. Let's see. I'm getting all kinds of signals right here. I mean, I could almost take my scoop and just go through these little bits of rocks and stuff. It's nice 11 right here. Let me look back through here and make sure I didn't pick anything else up that's of value. But I mean, this place, you don't even have to really metal detect it, to be honest. You can, I mean, if you had enough time, you could probably come out here just with a scoop and just scoop. Let's see, here, what do we got here? Some old, this is what I'm talking about. See, all this is all rusted metal. It's all pieces of chunky metal and stuff. So that's going to be the main reason I'm not digging all the ferrous signals. I got a stainless steel washer. Stainless steel washer and a bunch of chunks of metal. Just gonna put that in our pick it up later pile. But I might actually walk down there around this point, see if I can get away from all this modern stuff. I don't know. There was at one time a big barge right at that point, like right where those reeds are. There's a barge that laid down right there, and they just let it rust. Just eventually disintegrated. Okay. Like we got a mixture, 11, 25, whatever have you. In these areas, it's almost impossible just to call out the number because they're just all over the place. There's so much going on, you know. Let's see here. But this place has already won me over with how many targets we're getting right off the bat. Let's see, these little tubes, these little tubelets right here, little critters make their hole down in there, and that's what you get at these little spongy tubes. Let's see, what do we got here? Hey, another lead sinker. That was our high noise, based on what I've got mine set up on. A bunch of rust. Let me show you how much rusty. How much? This is all rusted metal. There's like a couple little pieces of dirt, which you can see, but that's all rusted metal. So you could literally sit here and dig that stuff for days. So kind of looking for the higher numbers, and I know that's not super great for finding treasures and stuff, but still. Okay, we're getting a squeaky noise here. I may have to take off the iron signals, gang. Yeah, there's so much iron that it's getting involved in my higher signals too. It's not gonna stop us from trying to dig it though. I hate it. I hate turning off my iron signals. I really don't like it. I found some gold-plated jewelry in those, you know, mid-range negative numbers, 5s and whatnot. Okay, let's get all this cleaned up. Let's see what we got here. We're getting a higher squeaky noise. There's, of course, tons more ferrous metal. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see down in there. Big chunks. I don't think that's gonna be it. Let's see here. Alright. I don't see anything in there. Empty that back out there and see if we can get our squeaky signal back. I can hear it. There's so much right here. All right, let's dig it out. Let's see what we can get. All right, let's see here. More metal signals. That almost might be worth just putting it up there and kind of digging out a little bit. Let's see. It's gonna be a long video. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this thing down. Haven't figured it out yet. Still got nothing in there. Sorry, I know y'all are probably staring at the outside of this scoop. As soon as jets go over. Let's see here. Let me go back over it. I'm getting the signal. Well, I think we might have got it out, so it might be mixed in with some of this stuff. Let's see. It's really fractured signals. Might just be all the iron messing with me. Okay. Got a nice 8-9 signal right here. I don't know. I wish you guys could hear what I could hear. I may turn my headphones off and let you listen to how much it's going off, but we'll see here. See if I can get this over here so I'm not filling my hole back in with sand and whatnot. Nice. I had a nice 8 signal there. Let's see what that is. I don't think that's gonna be it. See if we got it up. A bunch of, oh, there it is. It's just covered in sand, rocks. It's an old can tab. Let's see here. That's cool. All right, let's dump the rest of our ferrous signal stuff out there. Gosh, this is so difficult. There's just so much. Might have to come off the shoreline a little bit. There's some deeper water. to get away from all those rust chips, but then again, we're losing good targets if I do that. Okay, right here we're getting an 8, 7 or an 8 right there. Let's see what we got here without dunking our detector in the water again. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, got a, oh gosh. Look at all this, dude. There's big chunks of iron from that barge. Top to an eggcorn. I'm sorry, an acorn, an eggcorn. I've never really known how to pronounce that, so. Let's see here, what's all this stuff? Let's see if I got whatever the signal was. Yeah, I got it up. Huh, let's see. Let's rinse this out a little bit better. This is sure gonna be a difficult task with the, like I said, with that barge being here. Whoo! Tough one. Tough one. I'm just gonna let the camera roll on this one just because it's such a dense area. Great blue heron. Just waiting for me to, I don't know if he thinks I'm fishing. Okay. Yeah, I'm turning my all metal back on, because at least then I can differentiate. Oh, I don't even have to hunt for that one. I can see that one. Oh, crab. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. There it is. Pull tab ring right there. Very cool. Very light. Deteriorated quite well. Oh, sorry, little buddy. There's a bunch of crabs out here. Trying not to step on them. Trying not to bother them. Let's see here. Getting up. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see through the water. Hopefully you can, but all these like black, hard-edged shapes are just old pieces of the barge. Old junk. What I'm really looking for is higher signals, squelchy like that one right there. Got it in the 30s. That's a signal in the 30s right there. Looks like it's right there. That one's up in the 30s. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Kind of hoping to get some higher numbers. Looking for maybe some silver coins, some old Indian head copper, stuff like that. Well, I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff here as well, but if I, oh, there it goes in the water. That's all right. Cap's in it, and there's our friend the crab defending his territory, I guess. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's right over there, swimming away. Okay, let's see what our number is. High 30s, all right. There's a bolt. A very good possibility that that could be our number if that's a stainless steel, which it shouldn't be a stainless steel, it's destroyed, but let's see. Look at that. It's got a shell over it. How cool is that? I just pulled the buildup off of it. You can see the core in there. Shiny silver. How neat. Once again, for my safety, I'm not going to put this in my pocket. I'm going to toss it in our grab it later pile. That's cool. That used to be a bolt. Now it's like a nail. Ooh, it's sharp. Yep, not putting that in my pocket. I'm gonna put that back up in there in our pile. I think that might have been what we were looking for. Yeah, that was definitely it. That was our high number. something stainless steel. But I'm also taking a lot of this stuff, gang, and I'm gonna keep continuing to put it up on the beach here, because there's no telling what else could be in there, you know, and unless I go and just detect each pile individually to see what I can get out of it, which would take forever. Let's see here. I'm hoping there's a bunch of reeds in this water too. Reeds and grass, and that's always really good for capturing coins and small metal objects. That's a real high 13. Looks like it's right here, which I think I see something under there, but it's not readily identifiable, at least not to me. Let's see here. Well, my detector hasn't shut off on me yet. Which is good. Just panicky. I know they're good machines, but at the same time, you know, do you really want to just risk it? It's still iron bits. Hey, look at that. What do we got? Copenhagen. There we go. Okay, that's chilly. Oh, okay, that's chilly too. There's some little waves coming in here. Very cool. Now this I'll throw in my pocket. I'm not worried about getting cut by that. I'll eventually get a pouch. But I don't know if anybody can relate, but I'm already in trouble for spending as much time and money on this as I am. So if I'm gonna go buy anything else, I need to have a real good reason for it. Y'all need to get a bunch of people watching these videos. That way I can be like, hey, look, I've got blank views and subscribers. I'm gonna go get something new and I won't get yelled at. Let's see here. That's cool. I'm always expecting to get like one of these round pieces or something like that. It's an old Spanish real, because they were here. The Spanish were here in this area. They spent a lot of time in this bay running from hurricanes and stuff, so some of them came up in this area. I mean, there was a lot of Native American traffic in here. Okay, getting a nice strong 13 right here. Just walk it back and forth, and I do this too. This might help somebody out there. I don't know if it's just me, but like when I find a signal, I'll get it in the middle of the coil and I just walk my coil backwards slowly, back and forth, until the signal disappears. And then walk it back up until it gets nice and strong, and then that's where I'll dig. So I do that little waggle back and forth in the water, nice and slow. Oh, we're in the rocks. There's some rocks under here too, man. This is a difficult place to work. But I think that because it's so difficult, it's easy for people to give up on. And because it's easy for people to give up on, that means more treasure for us. You know what I mean? Okay, that's a lot of leaves and stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Let's do this. I'm gonna dump all that right there. And I'm gonna let the waves move all the organic material away. Really getting a strong signal there. No. Might be one of those mysterious signals. Uh-oh. That's a high signal right there. That's in the 20s. That's a nice signal. Ooh, let's hope we got it. Maybe that's a coin right there. It's high 20s, low 30s. But we're in the rocks too, so there's some like big old pieces of concrete out here, and I'm hoping they don't get in the way of our digging. That was a good number too. Hopefully we'll get that number. But it could also be a piece of stainless. It's 28, 29. Good possibility that it might be stainless, but we'll see here. 1 second. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get all this out of there. See what we find in here. I mean, it's a high number. It's not going to be one of these pieces of iron, but like I said, as you can see, it's pretty impressive. It's like it just deteriorated. Like they just left the whole barge here to disintegrate. So it's not like I'm leaving trash behind by any means. There's an entire barge here. Oh, I hope that wasn't it. Let's see here. Still nothing. Okay, let's see. Oh. Maybe I'm just off to the side a little bit. I don't know. Ugh, old stinky sand mud. Gross. There's some stuff tinking around in there. Oh look, perfect. There's our big hit number. Coca-Cola. Very cool. Well, that's definitely not going in my pocket, so I'll chuck that back up into the get it later pile. Oh, watch out, Mr. Bird. Hiya! I'll get it later. I don't know what that is. What is that? Ew. I don't know what it is, but it's gross. It's probably stuck up under the bottom of that Coke can. Alright. A whole intact Coca-Cola can. There we go. Woo, the water's getting hard to see through. Yeah, that's what our high signal was that aluminum can. So nice and easy. See if we can get a nice consistent. What's that? Looks square, whatever it is. Let's pick it up and see what we got here. Oh, hey-oh. Oh, block of wood. Very cool. Okay, I got a little, trying to get my waggle here, sorry gang. Trying to get this number down if I can. It's looking like a 17 or an 18 here. I don't know why I do this, but I have this thing where I kind of stare off in the distance a little bit while I'm listening to things. Maybe it's part of getting old. But that's just kind of what I do. So, I apologize for that in advance. I'll have to look at that. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. There's a little exclamation point. Exclamation point. It's right there next to my battery signal. Huh. Alright, well, whatever's in there, we didn't get it yet. Alright, let's see here. This will be cool. I like this little spot. There's not a lot of people here. I mean, right now there's no people here. Let's see here. Gentle fingering through all this stuff. Let's run it over the hole again, see if we got it. Nope, nothing yet. Nope, nothing yet. Bird's just gonna hang out with me all day. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, that hole's getting deep. Kind of quicksanding myself. Trying to sweep this through there as I scare all the critters away. Weird. Okay, well, still nothing yet. Stick this thing in my pocket, and I guess we'll a little bit closer to the front. I mean, it's the numbers coming out everywhere. Let's see if we got it yet. Ooh, might have to abandon this one. Man, it's too good of a signal to abandon. I just have to take it out. Keep going. Let's keep digging. Ooh, hit something hard. Something very hard. Let's see if I can get under it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a big piece of something. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, looks like a... Oh, there she blows. Well, now there's a... What is that? Is that a bottle? Oh, okay, cool. That is a water bottle, probably full of something that I don't want to touch. So we'll put that in the pick it up later pile. Let's see what else we got in here. That's crazy though. Old, look like an old Dasani bottle. No, it's still in the hole. It's still down there. It's getting louder though. Dang it. I might have to put my detector down. Just come dig it up, you know, just come dig the hole out until we get what we're getting. Let's see here. Man, whatever it is, it's gonna be fairly good sized. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. Let's see. Still nothing. Huh. I mean, it's giving me that ping. I kind of know what it is. I mean, it's chirping like a cap, like a beer bottle cap. That's the sound it's making. Let's get all this over there. Let's see what we got. Anything yet? Possibly. Let's see here. Nope. Still don't have it yet. Let's see what we got in here. It might be multiple parts. Oh, gang, we might have to abandon this one. I just don't know how much farther down I can dig. I mean, obviously I can dig all day, but... Let's see here. Alright, we'll give this another shot. We'll give it two more scoops before we move on. I just don't want to dig a big hole and then I fall in it or somebody else falls in it. You know, I'm already pretty far down in there. Okay, come on, big money, no whammies. Or maybe I'm just gonna have to keep digging it until I get what it is. I mean, I don't really know the procedure here. Ugh, let's do our pinpoint. Yeah, we're gonna have to abandon this one, gang. I'd like to see what it is, but the number's not that great, and I've already dug a massive hole here. I don't want to fall in it. This sand, when it fills back in, believe it or not, it almost acts like quicksand. So, just gonna go back to looking for our higher numbers again. That's the bad part about detecting somewhere that's got so much junk. Ooh, there's a big crab. I'm glad I didn't meet that guy just now. Big blue crab. So the last thing I want to do is get him mad at me. A very that's like a 36. You know we're gonna have to dig that. Oh, it's gonna be hard though. This is gonna be hard. There's a lot of iron signals around here. I might have to make multiple parts to this video. Man, I don't know what it is about this thing, but it just does not want to stay on my hip. Let's see, what do we got here? Big chunk of iron. Let's go over the... There's another really high signal right there. Ugh. We might have to adjust our working model here. Maybe I'll have to go up and start doing some sand around the area right here on the beach. I don't know how successful this is going to be. But if nothing else, we'll learn a little bit about how not to approach the situation, I guess. Some rocks and iron. Okay. Man, I'm getting a pretty good signal. It's just mixed in with all the other signals is what's making it difficult right now. This might be one of those situations where we got to bring the dredge out here and just run the dredge through it and then just kind of filter through all of our pieces visually and see what we get, because it's just so much iron. So much iron. Let's see if we got it out yet. I mean, it's a loud blip. And I've got the that FE and F2 running. We'll give this another scoop. Man, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be the closer we get to this site. Like I said, it was right here, right where those reeds are. I mean, it was a 50-foot barge that just disintegrated. So, and you know, there's a really good chance that maybe we can modify our, it's gotta be metal, I would think, right? Looks like metal. Let's see, I'll toss it up there and check it. That's not it. Let's see here. I want y'all to join me while I try and troubleshoot this thing, see if we can't find a better way to do it. I'm sure there is a better way. If you know of one, don't hesitate to let me know. But let's see here. First off, we're going to kill our... We're going to kill our all metal mode. Okay, number one right off the bat. Then let's navigate to our F2 and FE. Now these things, I guess, from what I understand, depending on which mode you're in, they are more likely to make things like bottle caps and stuff go away. So I guess the higher the number you use on the Equinox 600, I guess the 800 too, the more likely something is to be determined by the machine to be iron. So like if it's a rusty, nasty signal, it's more likely to identify it as an iron signal, which means if you're not operating in all metal mode, maybe it'll get tossed away. Unless it's there's different circumstances where the metals, like if it's a sharp, pointy piece of metal, like come off as a different one. So let's go ahead and we'll max this thing out at 3. And then there's F2 as well, which is this one. And we'll put that up to 3 too, and we'll see. Let's see, so let's operate in F2. Now I think I might get a slap on the wrist for this one, but I think F2, if I remember correctly, is more for all metal mode, whereas FE is not. But we're gonna give this a shot just for, I may be messing myself up here, but I'm definitely gonna give it a shot here. So let's give it a shot. Let's stay out of all metal mode. Okay, there's a can tab right here in the midst of all this. And it's made most of the, I can't hear any of the iron signal coming through. Let's check this old pull tab. Oh, see that right there? I'm getting a blip. I'm not even really getting that thing at all. There's another can tab here. So I'm getting a signal on that. Okay. Uh-oh. So let's see here. I just swept through here and I got a high 30s. So there's a little bit of minnows right there, something chasing them. Probably a crab. See, and that's what, I know you guys can't hear this, but I'm getting a fractured signal. And if you metal detect with one of these machines, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just that it's like broken. It's a broken signal. Which could be the machine going, hey, this is iron, don't dig it. But we're learning today. Maybe that's what I'll title this video. So let's see here. First off, let me get this pull tab out of the way. Right there. Let's see here. Now let's come back over this area that we were just at. See if maybe that was throwing the signal. Okay, so I got a lot of fractured signals. I'm gonna go back in here real quick, and I'm gonna go to my F2, and I'm gonna turn it all the way down to 0. I'm gonna see what I get. So I'm getting higher signals, 20s and 30s now, whereas before we weren't even getting numbers. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try and find one of these little signals here and dig it. Okay, so that's reading up in the 20s right in here. So let's dig this. Let's see what we got. This little spot right here is reading an even 20. This is with the F2 turned all the way off to 0. Okay. Of course, as we would assume, a bunch of iron, which we'll put up there on the shore, and we'll just dig this area right here for a second, and we'll see, because this is probably one of the best proving grounds for trying to figure this stuff out. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find more iron signals than I've got right now, and if you do, I'm sure you're probably in a similar situation as me. Let's see here. So let's see if we're still getting that signal. It's looking like it might be. There's no way. I'm getting a signal all the way back to here. There's no way. I'm getting the same exact signal. That's got to be what it is. It's got to be that setting. So let's go back up in here. So let's turn it over to FE, and let's go to 3, and we'll go back to our setting and see what we get. Oh, it got quiet. I'm still getting signals, but now I got no signal back here, where I was getting a signal down there the whole way. All right, gang, so my battery on my other GoPro died, and I pulled this one out and but it's got a clean battery. But I want to talk about this. So in that last little segment, we were messing with the FE and the F2, and I mean, you'll recall that we were getting a signal that was like 2 and 3 feet long, and I was like, oh, I can't believe that. And then we changed to FE, and we turned the FE to 3 all the way up, which means that everything that the detector thinks might be a Ferris signal will be sent to a Ferris signal. And we only got a beep in a small area that would be almost like a bottle cap. Well, as soon as the camera died, I went and dug this thing, or I hit the edge of it as soon as the camera died. And this is what it is. It's a big piece of steel. And it looks like just a piece of steel channel. I mean, as you can see, it's got a shape to it. It's a long channel. It's very degraded, so my hands are covered in rust, but it's a very thick, I mean, it's heavy. If I drop this thing in the sand, it's pretty heavy. So I think what I'm going to do is slap a new battery in the camera, slap a new memory card in the camera, and I might detect this beach for a little bit longer. And I may just use all the footage this time. Usually I cut everything down, but maybe we could use this as a learning experience. Maybe y'all can learn with me. Because as we saw, I mean, if you turn that FE off, I know you guys couldn't hear it, but hopefully you could see the screen. It was picking up everything. Everything. I was getting fractured signals even with my all metal turned off. I was getting a lot of fractured signals, so it was just beep, 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 it was just going crazy. And turn it up to 3 on FE with the all metal off, and it pretty much everything just went quiet. So maybe I'm gonna run FE on 3 and go around here and see if I can't have better access to get out of that rusty iron a little bit better. I'm gonna take this piece with me and put it in the treasure chest, just because it's cool. I like big pieces of metal that I find that I can actually get out. So I'm gonna set this right here by the tire. I'll wash my hand off, and we'll do another round. Usually I only do about an hour of recording per spot. That's what I've got my camera set up to do. My battery lasts for an hour, and I got a 32 gig memory card that also lasts for about an hour. So usually I'll do about an hour. Sometimes I'll do more, but I think out here, since I traveled out here, it might be worth hitting again. Maybe we'll even come up here in the sand, do a little bit of digging up here. I know that there's stuff in there, but I don't have permission yet, so I don't want to give metal detectors a bad name. And even though it's right here and there is no fence, there are no signs, I still would like to keep us all in a respective light. So I'm going to cut this thing off. This memory card is just about full, and I'll see you guys in just a second, and we'll do another hour of this and see if we can't find something cool. All right, well, we'll see you on that one. All right, gang, so we're back. We're going to revamp this entire idea of this place because of all the metal. It's in the water here, all the iron. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through my setup again before I'm almost gonna start over and see what we get here. And I hope that this will help y'all, because it's gonna help me. So we're gonna start it up. I turned it off. I'm just gonna connect to my headphones in a second. There it goes. That was loud. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, so right now let's go through where we're at. I'm on beach 1. Okay, I'm on beach 1 because when I'm in the water, I don't have a lot of crazy signals. I mean, I'm running 20 on my power right now. My gain, my sensitivity, whatever you want to call it, I'm running 20. And I'm not getting a lot of chatter. So I'm running beach 1 because I don't have to run beach 2. And as far as I've read and I know, use beach 2 for higher mineralized areas where you can get a lot of injected signals from the salt. So we're running beach 1. We're running 20 on our gain. We've turned off our all metal because it's driving us insane. Okay, we have done our we're running 0 on our ground balance, which I don't think I'm going to do it in this video. I'm running ground balance because I'd rather hear the signal unmanipulated as much as possible as far as that's concerned. I've actually lost some signals doing some tests with the automatic ground balance. And I'm not good enough to set it myself. Okay, 50 tones because I like it. It's peaceful to me. And our speed is at 3. Okay, so let's get back to here. Let's check this out. Oh, that's the wrong one. So we're gonna long press our little cog in the middle, and our FE is gonna be at 3. So now we're running to the maximum of what the Equinox 600 can do, as far as like, if it believes that it might be an iron signal, it's gonna send it to an iron signal, so that you're not digging, you know, you're not getting, I don't know, the possibility of good signals with it being iron, I guess is the best way I can explain it. So we're gonna set it up and we're gonna run it just like this. Okay, I keep it off all metal mode. It's quiet as can be right here. That 24 is from my truck. So Frank the Tank hits us at 24 apparently. So we're gonna walk back out here, okay, into this water. This is right where we started out last time. You can see the remnants of our little hole there. Okay, so I'm just swiping right here where I know there's iron, and I know there's trash, and I know there's garbage. Let's see, and we've got nothing on the dial yet. Hopefully you guys can see that. I've got the 2 dashes right there, which means we haven't picked up a signal yet. I'm hearing noises, little bits, but no discernible signals. Okay, once again, all metal mode is turned off. Okay, I'm getting little signals. There's an 11. I'm gonna go back over it. Now this isn't, okay, that's become kind of a hard sound. So when I say a hard sound, I mean that the beep comes on strong and it stays strong. It doesn't feather out. It doesn't go whoop and then go away. It's a nice stern beep. So let's try to find out where it's at using our little backwards swipe. So it looks like it's right. Looks like it's right about here. Okay, we got a 13 on the screen. So we're gonna dig it out. I'm gonna try and set this thing up. The coil floats a little bit, so it's like, I think that's why it always comes off my hip. So we're gonna shake it out. And with our 13s, usually those are, you know, can tabs and things like that. Let's see if we got it. Okay, so I'm not getting anything, as you can see on the screen, hopefully. Where now we got our 2 dash marks. Wait, maybe not. Okay, so there's our first issue with this. I just got a really strong 15. Okay, but it's kind of feathering out and I can't repeat it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn to the side. See if we can target it better. So it's looking like it's still right in the center of the hole. It's still reading a 13. Maybe I moved it and disoriented it or something. ahead and get our shake on here. Okay, let's see if we got something in there. A bunch of bits of seashell. Still nothing yet. Let's see. See, going over it right now, nothing. Let's turn it aside. Nothing. So it's either in the scoop and we can't see it, which is a possibility. That looks like a metallic. That is, okay. So it's a split shot lead. I'm not sure if everybody knows what a split shot is, but it's a lead that you can kind of crimp onto your fishing line. Has a little opening, kind of like a Pac-Man, and you can squish it down your line. And if you want, if you're good enough, you can push these two tabs down and reopen it. Although I've never been able to reopen it, so. All right, a lead split shot weight. Now, that rung up a 13, and that's with our FE all the way turned up. So here's what I'm gonna do. We found something in the wild. I'm gonna put it back in the wild. And then I'm going to put our FE all the way down to 0. I want to see if our number changes. I have a theory that the number might change. Now that's right back in the center of that hole. Let's see. Now I've kind of lost the signal, which is... Okay, there we go. There we go, we're back up to our 12. Okay, so let's go into our FE real quick. And navigate all the way back. Oh, too far. Now I'm gonna go all the way down to 0. Now we're at FE 0, which means that the computer should do nothing to manipulate it to an iron signal. Okay, and as I scoop over it, still getting that fractured signal. There we go. So we're getting mixed signals of 13, 14. So that's good to know. So putting it up to 3 doesn't change the signal, the number, the target ID, I guess. I don't want to get that wrong, but the target ID, I guess. It doesn't change it. So that's good. And that's a tiny split shot. So hopefully we can capture it again. There it is. It's just big enough to not go through the hole. So now that we've done that little experiment, and I've got our split shot back to keep the lead out of the water, because lead is toxic and we want to keep it out of the water. And in my pocket, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to do it. So we're gonna run Beach 1 in this brackish water at a sensitivity or gain of 20. And we're gonna run FE3, and we're gonna see what happens out of that. So I'm getting a signal here that's reading a 20, and at this angle it's reading like a 30. Well, it's repeating 14. So there might be multiple signals here. All right, I'm gonna try this higher number first, which seems to be right here. See if we can get that. Smell either car air freshener or perfume. Okay, this one's kind of hard to target. We're gonna try. I think it's right in here. I'm telling you this, once you stop smoking cigarettes, your sense of smell becomes superhuman. I smoked cigarettes for like, I don't know, 15 years. And then I quit. And after about 2 or 3 years of doing that, I could smell everything. And I'm telling you what, it sounds cool, but it's not. Let's see. So, of course, we've got some metal in here. Some metal flakes and stuff. We're gonna go right back over the hole we just dug. Let's see if we can get our little squeak back. Okay, so we're still getting our squeak. It's just in the 20s here. So it's not this. Let's empty that out. With little behind the back ninja thing there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I had to stand in front of the mirror and practice that one for a few days to get it right. Let's see. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got some stuff rolling around in there. What is this? Is that a seashell? It is not a seashell. It is a... looks like a plastic safety seal off of a drink. It is. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the pocket because it's safe to do so. So it kind of gives an indication. It might be one of those aluminum beer bottle caps. Maybe we dislodged it just there. Keep everything in the signal here. Let's see if we can target that again. Okay, it is still in the hole. And there's a very good chance that we could be pushing this thing around too and moving it. You know, I've kind of gone from a treasure hunting aspect to a testing day, I guess, in this. So maybe we'll kill two birds with one stone with this video, and hopefully, as I learned some stuff, maybe y'all can too. That, I'm not 100% sure, it's just a piece of plastic trash with sand in it. I'll put that in the get it later pile. Let's see here. If there's anything in there worth picking out. Doesn't look to be. That's well, that's definitely a seashell. Okay, cool. So I'm getting a little bit of a fractured signal here. Kind of like the detector picks it up, but it doesn't want to. So it's starting out with a beep. Okay, so there's our other signal that was right next door. Let me go over this little pile here. And oh, it went. It's the sound of freedom. I'm starting to think that the signal is actually probably originating from over here. Maybe the side of my coil is picking it up. So it's kind of a learning experience here. You know, I haven't done a lot of detecting in the water. I'm gonna pretend like I have. Okay, there it is right there. So it was giving us that signal. We'll go back over it and figure it out here in a second, but that's a pull tab ring right there that you guys can see. There's nothing else in there but little sea creature tubes. Let's go back over this and see. Now I think I can see another pull tab ring right here in the water, so we might run over to that. Okay, so that's exactly what that was. It was on the edge of my coil right here on this part of it, on the outside of it, and it was giving me the indication that I was directly over it. Let's see what this is. That's nothing. So to be completely honest with you, it kind of scares me to run these FEs and the F2 and all that other stuff, just because from experimentation with rings that I've found and stuff, I know that it can mask a signal. I know 100% it can mask a signal. There's no doubt. So, you know, the question is, how much are you willing to lose to be able to detect a place that is really covered in a lot of iron trash? That's a really strong 21. I mean, I can't even tell you how much quieter it is right now. Okay, I mean, it's quiet. I didn't hear a single noise until I went over that spot. So that's kind of what we're looking for in all reality. Okay, let's shake it downwind a little bit. Oh, that sounds like a good clinky. Ooh, that's a quarter. Well, that's changed, dude. Look at that. 2 coins in one shot. I think they're both new coins, you know. Oh yeah, that one's really new. That one's really new. That's one of the ones that are like mostly zinc. Yeah, you can't even. This one's 2005 state quarter. Oh, I can't see the location on it. Maybe I can get that black. Oh, there it goes. Oregon State quarter and a brand new, one of the newer, what I call a shield penny. Okay, so that was good. That rang up a 20. There's 2 coins in one. Oh, there's more. Looks like somebody threw out some pocket change here. But I'm not getting any interference. I'm not getting a lot of feedback. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm not getting a lot of interference noises. I have almost 0 iron signals. I hear a little fractured beep occasionally. Let's see if we got it. Did we get it? Oh, we didn't get it. It's still in the hole. All right, we'll let the sand settle real quick. Okay. So in this case that I'm currently in right now, I think this is probably the best option for me, is to run the FE at 3, my gain at 20, and beach 1. Now, if you're watching this video, there's more change. Cool. You can hear it. And you know better, don't be afraid to comment. Say something, because I'm always learning every time I go out, and I'm not shy in telling everybody that I am in no way, shape, or form a professional. Which I don't know if you can be a professional at this, but I do know some guys on YouTube that I consider professionals. There's more. Just a little pocket of change right here. I mean, that's funny, play on words, pocket of change. Okay, I mean, we'll keep digging this hole out. Maybe there's, heck, I don't mind finding modern change and stuff, because even in pocket change and stuff, people are finding silver coins and things like that that are just in pocket change. So modern coinage doesn't bother me. I'll dig it all day long and be just as happy as can be. Oh, I think we got it. Another coin there. Hey, another penny. Looks like someone just threw out just a bunch of pocket change. New pennies, all brand new. Cool. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, that's not pocket change. All right, I think we got it all. So that's cool. I mean, we were able to dial that in. I'm getting a few blips here and there, but nothing crazy right now. Nothing that's bothering me. Got a really strong 20 right here. And as you can see, we're right back up on the shoreline where all of our iron signals are, you know? And the only thing I can hear is this 20. That's it. I can't hear anything else yet. So, let's see. There may be more change. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, that's just a Diet 7-Up metal. Looks like aluminum bottle cap. Huh. That's cool. I know that some soda companies use glass bottles with aluminum caps on them, so maybe that came off an old glass 7-Up. Cool, but still, once again, nice clean signal. Nice clean. And I found in my personal journey out here is to keep one big long swipe. There it is. There's another signal right there. Let's see if we can find it. That way you can kind of hopefully it's repeatable. Just a little blip, but it's a very loud blip in the 30s. Yeah, getting another one. Looks like it's right there in the center, but it's in the 30s. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna pause my talking while I figure this one out. Listening very closely. Looks like it's right. I kind of draw a target with my mind while I'm doing this, you know. Listening to the tones and like looking at the little features in the sand and stuff and try to draw a little target. But let's see what we got here. Oh, there it goes. It's floating away. Let's see what we got. Anything? This one's probably going to be a little bit of a more difficult dig right here. It's a little tiny blip, and it could be some stainless with some iron signals, you know, coming out, and that's probably that Fe is probably the detector saying, hey, you know, you don't want this. I think it might be iron. We're gonna dig it and find out. We're gonna see. Try to keep the sand low. Here's some clinking happening. Okay. Standard stuff. Obviously we're gonna get some iron, but not getting iron tones. It is getting louder. Might be more off here on the side, but it's like in the high 20s, low 30s. Like I said, once again, it's hard to target. But I'm not getting those iron tones mixed in. And this, I mean, it may very well be a coin. Let's see, maybe we moved it. Oh, I stepped in one of my holes there. Okay. This might be one of those situations where we did have a piece of iron slip through. Maybe it was just facing the right direction just to be picked up. So I think that was it, because none of this is anything but iron here, so we'll pick it back up. I mean, it might be, who knows? Let's see here, maybe right here. Let's dig up some of that stuff I just dumped down. See if it's in there yet. Yeah, I think it might be something that snuck through there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my coil here. I'm gonna empty that little pile out right there. That's exactly what it is. That's the machine. You know, it's good at what it does, but it can't be perfect every time. So I can hear, that's when you get those little tiny blips. It sounds like a good signal right off the bat, but then the machine cuts it off, it shuts it down. So it'll just blip and then stop. If it's a real good signal, it's gonna make that blip, but it's gonna be repeatable. That blip's gonna sound the same every time. You could change directions sometimes and get a better tone on it, but let's see. We're out here in like a little bit of the deeper area. Another broken signal right there. So there's a signal too that's kind of, the detector's trying to shut it down. I can hear it, it's wobbling. It's giving me like a 13, 14. Could be a beer cap or something, but we're just gonna go ahead and trust the detector on this one. Just for today, just to see. And we'll come back out and do another video, maybe more along the lines of how I normally do my videos, where I just find things and run them. I'm gonna cut the camera off and on just till I get it, but we're testing. So right here we're getting a pretty high signal in the 30s. Okay, repeatable. Hopefully you guys can see that in the 30s right there. I'm gonna try and target this one a little better. Hopefully it'll stay the same signal. It is. Let's see if we can target it. Okay, looks like it's right in here. So right around here. You know what? I'm gonna try my pinpoint underwater here. Let's see. Move my thing. It's looking like right in there. So let's dig it and see what we get. This might be our last dig for this moment. Just because we've kind of been all over the place, kind of squirrely today with the footage, and maybe I'll come out tomorrow and have a more set idea of what we're doing, but I really want to see what this 30 signal is. Okay, so we already have our normal iron stuff. I kind of let the sand set a little bit. Kind of losing it, almost like the detector's picking it up and saying, hey, you don't want this. It's kind of gone away now, but it's still kind of right in that center spot. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and look through here. Maybe we'll make this hole a little bit bigger, but we're going to kind of shake it out and look. At this point, it's almost got to be visual, you know, when the detector starts. There's going to be more steel in there. Bunch of iron. Okay, let's go ahead and kick that out. We'll run it over again, see if maybe we got a better signal. Yeah, it's blipping. The machine's telling us we don't want to dig it. Let me see here, let's put it on all metal. Well, maybe it's right here. Turn off all metal. Okay, maybe it's just a little bit farther back. Maybe I just need to dig it out backwards a little bit. So let's try that. Maybe it's just farther back behind, because I'm still getting that high 20s. High 20s, 30s. Standard metal. Okay, so I'm guessing we didn't get the signal. No, not yet. Okay, still in the hole. That's a good sign. Well, kind of. It's a good sign that we didn't miss it yet. Big pieces of iron. See if it's still in the hole. Yep. Just move it side to side. Let me turn my all metal back on. I mean, there's a good possibility that, oh, you know what? I think this might be it. This probably is it. Because it looks like there's some aluminum in this one piece. Let's see, we'll put it somewhere I can see it. Right there. Boom. See if that's it, maybe. That might have been it right there. Maybe it was just a piece of aluminum, because I don't hear the signal in there anymore. Well, maybe I do. Yep, still there. If you go over it, if you can get over it fast enough, it chirps. Okay, so we're just gonna dig a little bit more. Let's check that back over there. That was horrible, don't tell anybody. Okay, let's keep digging this little spot right here. Let's see if we can find something other than steel, iron, steel, whatever. Okay, let's keep putting all of our trash right there on the side. Nothing. There's a big piece of something here. Oh, there we go. I think we found it. That looks like that's it right there. Look at that piece of stainless steel wire attached to a spoon. There's a spoon there. I bet you that's our signal. Let's see. Let's drop it in the water over here. Boop. Let's see. Don't mind my sound effects. That's it. That's our signal. It was down pretty deep. That's why the sound probably got manipulated. So, I don't think there's a hook on this. There's a big sharp, well, where the hook used to be, there's a spike coming out of it, so I'm going to set this up here for our get it later pile. So I can walk back by and get that without messing myself up too awful bad. Let's see what that is. So, alright, I'm going to pull the camera down and see how much time we have left to mess with this. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Well, okay, it looks like we got about 10 minutes left on this. Like I said, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to put these two pieces together. You know, as kind of like an educational learning one, more than a treasure hunt today, because of the issues we ran into, and hopefully it'll help some other people out as well. But since we've only got about 8 minutes left, I think I'm going to go ahead and probably cut it here and start picking up all the stuff that I threw up here on the shoreline. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, or this helped you in any way, please like and subscribe. I said this isn't really the mode for our normal videos, but seeing the obstacles we ran into with this old degenerated barge, hopefully it'll help. And hopefully it won't be too dry. So thanks for watching. Share this with your friends, like it, subscribe, whatever y'all can do to really help this channel grow, because the more the channel grows, the more I'll be allowed to come out and do these things. So we'll see you next time. Alright, gang, let's look through what we found in our little water adventure slash tuning the Equinox 600 and a lot of iron. So obviously we didn't dig all these. We found some of them just on the surface, but we did dig a lot of them. So we got a bunch of pull tabs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pull tabs. I like finding them personally. We've got this can tab that's been pretty much overcome with sand and little bits of rock and stuff. And we found some change. Big money. So what do we got here? We got a quarter. I've already looked through these. None of them are wheat pennies. They're all, you know, the new style shield pennies. I don't know if you can see them on the GoPro. I know it doesn't focus in very well, but we got a regular old Jefferson nickel, newer one, 2 clad dimes, a clad modern quarter, you know, and 4 pennies. So, I mean, hey, you can't beat that. 25, 35, 45, 50, 54 cents. That's money right there. A couple little washers here. A little stainless steel washer and, I don't know, maybe just a galvanized. Over here we got some really tiny fishing leads. This is like, I can't even see if there is a number on that. It's very small. So we got one of those sinkers, a split shot, and a slip lead, little barrel slip lead. Pretty cool. 3 different types. And this looks like a, now that's dried up, a Diet 7-Up aluminum top, which is cool. I like finding these. Like I said earlier, we have an abundance of this stuff around here. We'll find the bottles floating in rivers and creeks and stuff like that. But it did take a while to figure out exactly what we were going to do. And it was definitely a learning experience for me. And hopefully y'all were able to stick around long enough to watch the entire video with all of my mess ups and changing settings and all that. And, you know, the one big takeaway from this that I found is, you know, if there's a lot of iron around and you know it's a lot of iron and you know it's a lot of iron trash, crank that FE up to 3, or on the other ones up to 6. You know, the Equinox 800, put it to 6. Have anything that might have a ferrous signal become a ferrous signal, and then just, you know, turn it into turn off that all metal mode. You know, obviously this is what we found after digging tons and tons of rusted metal. So pretty good day. I'm happy with the results, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll tune in for more. I'm gonna keep trying to make at least 1 video a day, so you know, follow along as I learn the in and outs. And we got some dredge videos coming up with the modified gold dredge for working in, you know, shallow water, to find stuff that we can't really get the metal detector around. So that's going to be really cool too. I think you guys will like that. That's probably my favorite so far. But hope you all enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, you know, all that good jazz. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.